What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to Rebel Rescue with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today we're taking on Shelbourne in the league. Potentially, we could win the league today, which is fantastic. And we're taking on Dundalk, who've been a pretty dominant force in the league, the top division. We're taking them on in the Senior Challenge Cup second round. We have been in exceptional form since we were here last, bar one defeat. We have lost 2 games this year, and I am very frustrated with the second of those defeats because it came just after the last episode. But if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, so as I said, we've been in exceptional form, bar the defeat we had against Shelbourne the last time we played them, because it was 3 days after we played Treaty United, which ended up going 120 minutes, and we had very, very tired players, so it was quite the rotated side. But as you can see, we've also smashed through the season because we have been just pretty damn good. We then went and beat Treaty, just squeaked a win against Cove, having a player sent off, which was not ideal. Then we beat Wexford fairly comfortably, as you would expect. Again, struggled against Athlone, but Dara Crowley scored for the first time, and I think it's 18 games or something. He hadn't scored a huge amount of goals, still hasn't. He's only got 2, but they're both this season. So, quite happy with the fact that he's getting goals. He has a goal, but he scored against St. Then we beat Galway fairly comfortably. Got a very, very easy first round game against Letterkenny, which was just delightful. Cian Murphy is back from his injury. He came off the bench in that one. He came off the bench against Galway as well. Then we played, I think at the time, second in the division, UCD. Very, very easy win for us there. They really didn't put up too much of a fight. Colin Whelan got lucky to score his consolation goal. We were very good in that one. Against Bray, just seems to be someone gets sent off every time we play Bray. Thankfully this time it was one of their players, and we ran out 4-1 winners. Then against Cove, it wasn't against Cove. No, never mind. They had 2 players sent off. Very, they were second yellow cards. Very soft sending offs to give. If I was Cove manager, I would have been just a little bit peeved. We also had Cian Coleman have a goal disallowed, which I slated the referee for, and the FA said nothing. So that was delightful. Then against Treaty United, 4-1, fairly comfortable. They did take the lead, but I was never worried. Carrickbo came off the bench for his first game back from injury, got himself sent off for what was a pretty disgusting challenge, to be fair. He was from behind, 2-footed lunge, like he was off the ground in the highlight. It was definitely a deserved red card. We did bring in a couple of players, nobody that you need to worry about. They're all like 15, 16, I think. Yeah. Jason Devani is the oldest at 18, and as you can see, he's fine. Like Mikey Dolan, he's fine. 16 years old, David O'Shea, 16, he's fine. Tom Duffy, 16, he's fine. None of these players you're going to have to worry about too much. Just brought them in because I said, why not? We did leave Josh Hounahan going on loan to Longford, where he's actually been playing in the top division. They offered us money. We needed money. Really, really needed money. As you can see, our scouting budget is way over, so I've just stopped scouting. We're still financially okay, which is fine. But as you can see, the wage budget is no longer in red because Matt Healy, which I can't find here, he had to go back because he broke his leg, which is not ideal. So we've saved a bit of cash money because of that. We have had our youth intake preview. It's an excellent intake. It is our first intake. I think generally golden generation. It's just the best one we're going to have gotten because it's the first one. Don't have a huge amount of variety. We do have centre backs, 3 centre backs. Don't look like they're going to be that good. 3 right wingers, which handy prospect. So don't expect a huge amount. I never checked. I showed you how the league is looking. As you can see, still only the one defeat that was against Shelbourne last time, but we're on the verge of guaranteeing the title today. So, Hackenen and Carrickbo are both suspended. Alec Byrne is injured. He's not really played a huge amount. Also found out that Cian Bargari doesn't like me. So he will be leaving. I'm sorry, but if you don't like me, get out. Essentially. We did have the Finn Harps manager come to me and say that Rodden wasn't playing enough for first team football. I was like, he's not been good enough. And strangely, he just said, oh, okay, that's fine. We're going to be starting with Corcoran in goal, Walker, Coleman, Gilchrist and O'Connor as our back four, Bulger and Sorbelli as our central midfielders, Duna, McGlade and Keating behind Murphy. Yeah, I think the only player really that's missing out that would be a regular starter is Hakkinen. Other than that, like Nordstrand has kind of dropped to a bench option since he came back from his injury. I don't know. Were you here when he picked up his knock? I can't remember, but he's been. I'm not going to say dropped, but he's not the favourite to start anymore. He has played kind of semi-regularly at right back. It's been kind of his position of late. I'm just going to trigger press them. And I'm just going to try and break some legs. We did have a go at a couple of the managers for injuring our players. And they've clapped back a little bit. But yeah, I've done a good few of the interviews recently, and I have been talking shit in quite a number of managers. So it's quite fun when you're the one in charge of talking to the media, because you do get to have a go at some managers, and like I love complaining about the refereeing in the country. So occasionally you get like just a random incident that you can just like talk mad shit on, and it's fantastic. I love when it happens. Duna's through ball unfortunately doesn't find Murphy, but we're just, everything's going fine so far. Like I said, the last time we played them, we did have quite a rotated side because the majority of our players were exhausted. We've just won a penalty. Rory Keating steps up to take another one, and straight at the keeper. He's been scoring penalties fairly regularly recently. We have had Galway miss a penalty. Cova scored 2 penalties in the first 13 minutes. Wexford. Okay, so essentially what's happened is 2 penalties have been missed in all the games, and we're somehow not winning. Shelbourne haven't had a single shot, and we're not winning. This is unacceptable. Going to have words with the players. Cian Coleman's not overly impressed with the fact that I told him he wasn't good enough defensively. Gordon Walker isn't having a good time. We do have Nordstrand on the bench, so if need be, we can make that change. I'm interested that Colm Whelan has continued to stay with UCD. Because like when deadline day came, that's when Longford offered to sign Hoonihan on loan, and there's a bunch of extra bits and pieces that are on it. So there's an optional fee. They pay like 20,000 thousand. Cian's just put it over. Yeah, so with the Hoonihan deal, they're paying his wages, they're paying a fee to have him, and if they decide to buy him, I think it's 20k, but they get, or they have to pay us 20,000 for staying up, and just a number of different things we can add to it, which, you know, we could actually make a semi-decent amount of money if everything goes well with him. And as you can see from what I showed you, he's having a good start to the season. So I don't see any reason why they wouldn't take him on. To be fair, he is a good player, but when I saw the opportunity to get some money off the wages and have a player potentially leave for actual real life money, I was like, you know, yeah, he's not getting a huge amount against. Oh, Keating, we're getting exceptionally unlucky in this game. We are going to go attacking. Can't encourage the players just yet. Cove are beating Bray 5-1. I don't want to alarm anybody, but Cove are winning 5-1. Okay, we're going to make change. Crowley's going to come on to play as the pressing forward. Rudden can move to that side. I'm going to put Keane Murphy on that side as pressing forward, and we're going to have him as the advanced forward. Actually, I haven't played Rudden as an advanced forward yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do, because I haven't actually tried him in that position. We only have 5 minutes left. I know a draw is fine, but I do want to win the game. And Barry Coffey scores from a corner. Barry Coffey is not the tallest player in the world. 5'8", scored a header from a corner. Probably should pull this back just a little bit. Just pop you over here. Crowley can play there. I know you're not really... Yeah, just whatever. We brought Rudden on. That's the difference maker. What's his name? Luke Rudden. I was going to say Barry. Barry Rudden. O'Connor in heaven clears it. There is less than 30 seconds left. Shells do have the ball, however. Toure is through. Norstrand cleans it up, and Corcoran clears it. Whips across. Gilchrist has headed away. Crowley's picked it up. Gets dispossessed, but Rudden's picked it up. Murphy. Oh, can't get past Griffin. Webb boots it clear. Come on, ref. Oh, come on. We're over the time now. If they score here, Corcoran keeps it in play, and then beautifully plucks it out of the air. But we have managed to win, which in theory should have won us the league. Yeah, I'm happy with the result, despite us playing at our best. Rory Keaton didn't have the best of games. And yeah, we have won the league. I don't like that they're not doing the celebration for leagues anymore. That's very frustrating. But Cove Ramblers beating Bray 6-1. I know they had a player sent off, but like, they were already 3-1 up when that player got sent off. So, you know, but we have managed to win the cup or the league. We're crowned champions, so that's a double for the season. I'll take that. And Galway have secured a playoff spot. Fantastic for them. Pivotal match was against Cove Ramblers for some reason. Phil Harrington. It is Phil Harrington, isn't it? Yeah, Phil Harrington. Just making sure, because there's two Harringtons. Phil Harrington is the one that's congratulating me. Pre-season favourite was Shells, but not today. The board are delighted. We're 1 year ahead of schedule. Fantastic. And we will be back in just a second to take on Dundalk, who are currently 4th. Okay, well, the league is very, very close. Both do have 3 games in hand. Shamrock Rovers have 7 games in hand over Derry, Dundalk and Finn Harps. 7 games. Are you playing in Europe or something? They are. They're in the qualifying stage. Druid Bork. Yeah, they're still in the qualifying stage of the Europa Conference League. They lost to Maltese side Hibernians. Yeah, it's Maltese side Hibernians. 2-1, but beat them 3-1 the first round. Okay, so we're taking on Dundalk, who are 3 points behind Derry. I don't think they're going to win the league. So we'll be back in just a second to see how we get on in the Dundalk game. Hopefully, can at least give them a run for their money. Hopefully. Right, fellas, so it's time for us to take on Dundalk, who are actually not in great form. Still think this could be a difficult game for us. We'll have to wait and see what happens. They do want us to play cautious and drop deeper. I don't think so. We've won the league doing this. This is what we're going to keep doing. So for this game, we do unfortunately not have Cian Coleman and Rory Keating because of suspensions, but that's fine. So Corcoran is going to continue in goal. Walker, Hakkinen, Gilchrist and O'Connor as our back four. Surley and Nordstrand in central midfield. Duna, Coffey and McGlade behind Murphy. Go on, Cian. I believe in Cian Murphy. Barry Coffey, after his late winner against Shelbourne, is going to get an opportunity to run around on the pitch today. Dundalk have lost 3 of their last 5. No excuses. Gonna point our finger at everybody, go out there and make me proud. Except for Cian, expecting big things from you, boy. Right, let's take on Dundalk. This is, regardless of how mixed their form has been in the league, they are still a significantly good side. Significantly good? Significantly gooder side. So I would imagine we're still going to have a bit of a tough time, if not an exceptionally tough time playing against them. But hopefully we can do something in front of the shed. This is, if you're not aware, shed end is one we're attacking for this first half. And I wasn't sure if the lads all kind of had their heads in the game there. Gilchrist's thump up the field didn't really find anyone. It's it is a goal kick. I was expecting that to be called for offside, but it wasn't. It's been an interesting first half in the fact that Dundalk have had quite a significant amount of the ball. Duna does have it. Oh, just about keeps it in. Dylan has his header saved by, I think that's Nathan Shepherd, who boots it clear. Corcoran's just like, nah, just get it away from. Oh, Walker beautifully steals the ball, and he's gotten it back. Coffey finds Duna, back to Walker. What's he going to do with it? Plays it down the line for Duna, whips it in. Murphy was searching for the ball, couldn't find it. Nordstrand puts it through for Duna. We're living on the edge here, lads. Yeah, Patrick Hoban puts it in the back of the net. 14th of the season. It's actually looking at the stats for the. Oh, I think I showed you as well. Top goal scorer in the top division only has 10. I think there's 3 of them that were on 10. So it's kind of interesting, seeing as how in the first division there's multiple players who've got, significant. Oh, Corcoran gets away with that one. Walker boots it clear. We do need to make it to the next round. Oh, Coffey steals the ball. The board do want to Coffey, what are you doing? The board want us to get to the quarterfinals. I think they'll understand if we don't get past Dundalk. Oh, last ditch. O'Connor with the last ditch effort stopped the ball from going into the back of the net, but then it just fell nicely for their striker. Hoban just puts it in the back of the net, and yeah, sure, why not finish your hat-trick in half an hour? 30-minute hat-trick for Hoban. We're just padding his stats today, aren't we? He scored a hat-trick in 6 minutes. We kept him out for 25 minutes. And then by the time we get to half hour, they have 3. Not ideal. I'll say that. Oh, Hakkinen beautifully taken. Surbelli finds Murphy. First touch since Duna clear. Whips across. Cian Murphy just put it wide. Oh, I shouldn't have bothered coming back for this game, should I? We're getting our shit pushed in. We've had 8 shots, only 1 on target. McGlade is struggling. O'Connor's not having a great game. Show me something else in the second half. Not happy with your defensive work. Not happy with your playmaking efforts. Not happy with your finishing. Coffey and McGlade are in danger of being booked. I think we should probably do something about Hoban. He's been pretty decent so far, has to be said. So we're just gonna try and take him out of the game. Playing a 9.4. This is a team that have struggled significantly. And they're just shitting on us like we're nobody. Oh, we won a penalty though. Gilchrist got taken down. I think McGlade is our penalty taker when Rory isn't available. He is. Sends the keeper the wrong way. We've got 1 back, lads. Bit of encouragement. 17th of the season for Dylan McGlade. He's having a pretty decent season, has to be said. I would like if we just make it look a little bit less like we were absolutely dominated, because we've had 2.3 XG. I know we've had a penalty, but still, after scoring a penalty, still a 6.5. I'm going to put him into the middle, and I'm going to take Coffey off and bring on Rudden on the left. Connor's having a poor game, but he's also our best player, so I'm not going to mess around with that too much. I'm going to put Sorbelli as a box-to-box midfielder, just on the other side. Bolger can come on and be a ball-winning midfielder. On defend, and we'll just leave it at that for the time being. 15 minutes left. Huge amount is happening. We're going to go attacking. And we're going to take off O'Connor because he's playing poorly. Gilchrist isn't having a great game, so they bring on Heaven. And we have 1 more substitution. It's going to be McGlade for Crowley. Crowley can come on as a pressing forward. Murphy can continue running around as the advance forward. We're going to confirm those changes and give the lads a bit of encouragement. Try and score 1. At least get 1 more. Make it look like we tried. Make it look like we tried. No? Okay, we've won a corner. Sobelli can just put it wide. That was the highlight. What was the point? We should have won that based on chances. I'm going to have words with Nordstrand. Weren't at your best. Did anyone make a mistake? Form was abysmal. O'Connor. Nope. Hakkinen? Nope. Who else played poorly? I don't really want to give it to McGlade because he did score. Heaven had a good game actually after he came on. So maybe I should have started him. Drogheda and St. Pat's have gone through, along with Bowes. So we're the only home team that didn't win this day. Fantastic. And yeah, the board are not impressed with the fact that we failed. Yeah, they can understand that it was a difficult team to draw. The board are disappointed with the finances involved with Josh Hoonihan. Cash money. If Healy got injured before then, I wouldn't have let him go. But what can you do now? They're delighted though that we won the league. Disappointed team's performance in the Senior Challenge Cup. Yeah, but again, Dundalk. So, I think it's acceptable. So I think now, because we've nothing else really to play for, we come back for what do we come back? I'll bring you back at some point. So don't worry about it. We'll be back at some point, potentially at the end of the season, just to look at the players. I might do UCD and the players that we sign from the youth intake, because as I said, looks like it's going to be a pretty decent youth intake, hopefully, and it is next month. So If you have enjoyed this episode, though, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will catch you in the next one.